You're listening to Graphic Novel Explorers Club podcast, an audio book club.
Greetings, explorers. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny, joined by
Aubrey.
And no Dennis today. And normally we are discussing a comic book. At this point, we would mention the writer and the artist by name. We would also warn you that there are spoilers ahead, so beware. But we're not doing that today. This is sort of a test demo. Might be our first episode. We'll see. Before I get to that, though, become an official explorer by joining our Patreon group. Explorers get early access to episodes, specials, polls, discussions, and other extras. Graphic Novel Explorers Club is available wherever fine podcasts are found, including YouTube. So be sure to subscribe and leave a review. But yeah, this is basically a sort of a little bi-weekly check-in we're going to do to see what the other members of the podcast are geeking out on. And with that, we'll default to you first, Aubrey.
Oh, sure. So, one thing that I've been spending quite a bit of time doing is watching a Korean drama series on Netflix called King's Affection. And I have a friend who is super into Korean dramas. So, I have the privilege of her giving me this like long list of Korean dramas to watch. And this was one
Oh,
of them.
nice.
And it is a super interesting historical drama that takes place in Korea. And the premise is kind of that there were these identical twins, a girl and a boy, and the girl was supposed to be killed because, girls suck. But oh, surprise, she wasn't killed. And she ends up turning up later. And through a series of events, she ends up being the king. Like she ends up taking the place of her brother. It was supposed to be the
Oh.
brother. So this is this woman masquerading as a king, pretending to be a man. And so that's the whole, that's kind of the premise of the series. And then there's like romance and other stuff going on. And it's super entertaining. And one of my first forays into Korean dramas.
Yeah, I don't have much experience with Korean dramas. I've seen the Train to Busan. Is that what it's called? The Korean zombie movie. Host. I've seen Host. A couple other.
Parasite?
Yeah, Parasite. That's it. Thanks. But other than that, I really don't know much about Korean TV or movies.
There's quite a bit on Netflix these days.
Yeah, Netflix seems to have really branched out into non-English, all sorts of comedies and dramas. Like there's tons of Spanish-speaking stuff on there, stuff for India, Korea now. So it's pretty cool how diverse what they offer is on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, what's even interesting about that is that that's just ours. Because, like, in Canada, there's shows that you can get from other countries that you can't get here. And then, like, in Japan, they've got, whole Japanese series that are Netflix exclusives, but you can only get them in Japanese Netflix.
Yeah, when we were in Ireland a couple years ago, I logged into my Netflix account or our Netflix account, and I was like, whoa, there's so much stuff on here that is not available in America. I was kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Cool. What else are you geeking out on?
Well, as long as we're talking about Netflix, last night I watched a movie called Mixtape, which is a Netflix original film that is super cute. I think Dennis, we should tell Dennis to have his kids watch it because it'd be great for kids. It's a coming of age story about a girl who finds a mixtape that her parents had made for each other, but her parents are dead now. And she's not super familiar with mixtapes. So she's going around like trying to find the bands and the songs that were on it. And it's just a super cute, cheesy, wholesome, not a whole lot of substance to it, but a lot of substance for kids. Like not a lot of adult substance, but very precious and great soundtrack to it.
Is the first episode her just figuring out
it's a movie.
How a tape deck works? Oh, it's a
Yeah.
movie? I was going to say, is the first, well, then is the first half of the movie just figuring out how a tape deck works?
I should have said it takes place in 1999. So she does, like, she has a Walkman. She knows what a cassette is. Yeah.
Because I would think nowadays, I'm not sure if they would know. Maybe they even accidentally erase it, push the record and play button at the same time and just erase the whole thing that their parents made.
Right.
That's interesting. The parents didn't write down. I mean, that's what you did when you made a mixtape. You would, on the cassette sleeve, you'd write everything down.
No, they did, but they were all really hard to find. And when she put the tape in, it did break the tape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And one of them, spoilers, one of the songs is a song that her parents wrote. So that one, of course, she can't find anywhere.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's like a sweet little touch
Yeah.
in the
It's a
movie.
very cute movie. Feel good movie.
Nice. All right. Well, I've been geeking out on two things. Yesterday, when we were recording, this is Friday, December 17th. Dennis and I, with his son and my girlfriend, went and saw Spider-Man: No Way Home. It
Lucky.
was it was a lot of fun. Way more of a tearjerker than I ever expected it to be. It was. Um, I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen
Yeah, I
it.
haven't seen it. Don't
I'm
spoil
assuming
it.
you haven't seen it, Aubrey, but for our listeners who haven't seen it either, it was really a very emotional movie in so many ways. A lot of fun, really. I don't want to say fan service, but it was. I don't know. It was really cool. It ends uh, where if this is like the last Tom Holland Spider-Man, I'm sort of like, what a weird way to end this movie, but very it was good. I wasn't a big fan, or I shouldn't say I was a big fan, but I really liked the first Spider-Man movie, Homecoming. The second one, Far From Home, I was sort of like, yeah, this was okay.
Was that the one with
The
Jake
third,
Gyllenhaal?
yeah,
Yeah, that one wasn't great. It was weird.
yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
This one I liked a lot. It was a good movie.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that it's better than Far From Home because that one,
Yeah,
it bummed me out. Not even because it was so bad, because it was so mediocre, you know? It's just
yeah,
like,
especially
eh.
as how fun the first movie was. The second one, I was sort of like, all right.
Yeah.
And it didn't. I'm like, why? It didn't even need to take place in Europe. Like it being in Europe, it could have been anywhere. Like could have made it in New York again, but um, that's why they don't pay me to make these movies. Right. Well, what else? What else you got up your sleeve?
Oh,
Your geek sleeve?
so game wise, I want to recommend Donut County, which is an independent game from Annapurna, and it's a very short game. Like you could probably finish it in 2 to 4 hours. It's a cute, soothing game where you are a raccoon who is delivering donuts to people. But spoilers, the donuts are actually holes, and you get to control the little hole. Like the raccoon is using a tablet, so you control the hole in the ground and swallow any items that are on the scene that you're in. And the more items you swallow, the bigger and the bigger the hole gets. So eventually you're like swallowing people's houses, swallowing people, which in this case are animals. So you're swallowing like these villager animal characters. And then there's like a whole plot to it. And you find out like, why is the raccoon swallowing the town with holes? And it's just very fun and very funny. Like all of the dialogue in it and all of the like text in it is just packed with jokes.
Yeah, and the raccoon is sort of uh, doesn't hold himself accountable.
Yeah, he's just
but
a
he's
little jerk.
but he's kind of an egomaniac too at the same time.
But he has a
Uh,
friend, a friend who's a girl, a human girl, and she's really cool, and she's like trying to hold him accountable.
yeah, it's the opposite of the Katamari games. Whereas the
Yeah,
Katamari games, you would roll everything up. This one, you're sucking everything in.
very Katamari vibes, but I would say better story to this one too than Katamari.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I was on sale on PlayStation a couple weeks back, and I was like, $3, I'll buy it. You know, I love indie games. I that's where my heart is. I love indie games more than any sort of big title AAA team, AAA game. I love indie games, so I try to support them whenever I can. A fun one that I've been playing, and I've played it several times now, is Rebel Cops. If you like the Zocom games, this Rebel Cops it's the third in a trilogy of these like cop-esque games. They're like police management
Is it
games.
propaganda?
No, the first one was This is the Police, and the second one is This is the Police 2.
No,
And then the third one
I'm
is
not saying what is it called. I'm saying is it propaganda, like propaganda for cops?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, actually, I played the first game, and it's really problematic. There's things in there where I'm like, what? Why would you say it this way? Why would you?
Like real cops?
And I don't know. Yeah, it's like I don't know if they're trying to just be like the characters are oblivious to what they're saying, or if the writers are oblivious to what the characters are saying.
Yeah.
The first game, it's kind of like a bureaucratic game. I didn't enjoy it. I played the third one first, and then I bought the other two because I thought they were going to be like the third game. Third game is nowhere near like the first two. It's more like Zocom or Zocom 2. I don't know if you ever played those games where it's like a turn-based game where you have um, fighters that are trying to ward off an alien invasion. And you can get shot. You have like snipers, machine gunners, shotgunners. I don't know if that's the word. Whereas in Rebel Cops, this town has been taken over by a criminal element, and the regular police have been bought out and owned. So these Rebel Cops are trying to take the town back for everyone. And it's more of like a turn-based strategy game, which is a lot of fun. I mean, you can make it anything, and it would have been. It's a fun game, but yeah, it's not like propaganda. It's such a fantasy thing. It's like they just happen to be cops.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, those are two indie games if you want to check out. Donut Country
County.
County. Sorry, it's pretty sweet though. I really like that game a lot. It was really
cute. Super cute.
So, well, what else?
Oh, my last recommendation is a book that I'm reading. I'm not very far into it, but I'm still going to recommend it. It's called Secrets, a Memoir of Vietnam and the Pentagon Papers by Daniel Ellsberg, who's a pretty famous author at this point because he has all kinds of books revealing the inner workings of the United States, specifically during that time period. He was a really high up official working in the Department of Security and war and all that shit, and did not like that it was like so corrupt and horrific. Eventually, like his conscience got the better of him, and he ended up risking his life and his family to release those papers, to steal papers and show the American people, like, this is what their government is doing. Like, it's totally it's unconstitutional. It's horrific for Vietnam. It's horrific for us. And yeah, he's for sure an American hero. So I'm excited to get further into it.
That's interesting because the book I've been reading talks about how that guy betrayed America. That's really
Are you serious?
So no, I'm kidding.
I know you have a book too. I was like, that'd be so funny.
I've been reading New Teeth by Simon Rich. It's a bunch of short stories and they're fucking hilarious. The first story is about these two pirates who are co-parenting a little girl that they found, and they talk like, me be parenting this child with my partner. And and they get passive aggressive with each other, but it's all done in like pirate parlance and pirate talk. There's another story about a laser disc that saves a family from a homicidal DVD player. Another story about an ape named Klabo who is a genetically he becomes a superhero monkey basically and saves the world, but due to a recession and the fact that these aliens have they haven't invaded Earth in forever, he gets relegated. They basically closed like his version of the Justice League. They just close it down because they don't have the money to pay for it anymore, and he's not doing anything, and they just give him a government job at City Hall. But he talks like, Klabo don't know computers, so he has an assistant that's supposed to set him up with stuff, and he can't. He just doesn't get it, and he breaks things all the time. It's a really funny book. I highly recommend it. I want to check out Simon Rich's other books. I believe he was a writer on The Daily Show or maybe Letterman. He's been a comedy writer for a really long time, and he has 2 or 3 other books. And he was recently on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend.
Oh, nice. So, I love that podcast.
Yeah, New Teeth, stories by Simon Rich. Really, really funny book. I highly recommend it. I laugh out loud when I read the stories. I rarely do that when I read even like any book, really. I don't really laugh out loud. And this one makes me, I will giggle. I'm laying next to my girlfriend at night reading, and she's asleep, and I'm trying not to wake her up because I'm laughing. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Is that all your nerdiness for the week?
Yeah, that's all. That's enough.
Same, same. But all right. Well, thanks for listening. This is kind of an experiment. I don't know if we'll even post this episode. We'll see. But if we do, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. And Aubrey, where can people follow you?
Follow me at Mixtape Majesty on Instagram and follow my podcast at Bring Your Own Popcorn on Instagram and Bring Popcorn Pod on Twitter.
Nice. And you can follow Graphic Novel Explorers Club on Instagram and Twitter, and I believe Facebook at GN Explorers Club. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back shortly with a new episode of the podcast.
Yay!